President Joe Biden emerged from a series of emergency summits in Brussels on Thursday, touting the unity of the Western response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine as allies worked to settle on the next phase of their response to the invasion. Putin was banking on NATO being split, Biden said in a news conference Thursday afternoon. NATO has never been more united than it is today. Putin is getting exactly the opposite of what he intended to have as a consequence of going into Ukraine, he added. During the critical day of meetings, Biden announced new punishment directed at members of Russia's parliament and unveiled a plan to accept as many as 100,000 refugees fleeing the violence in Ukraine, steps intended to show American resolve in confronting the crisis. A discussion of NATO's force posture along its eastern edge was also part of the last-minute diplomatic burst. And leaders conferred on what to do if Russia deploys a chemical, biological, or even nuclear weapon, a prospect causing increasing concern as the war reaches a stalemate. Biden said the use of chemical weapons in Ukraine would spark an American response. The president declined to say what current intelligence says about the threat level of such an attack, but he said the level of U.S. response would correspond to the attack itself. The nature of the response would depend on the nature of the use, Biden said. As the summit got underway, leaders heard a call for more help from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who addressed the gathering virtually. He stopped short of issuing his usual request for a no-fly zone. But he did say Ukraine needs fighter jets, tanks, and better air defenses. You can give us 1 Yuzdiev all your planes. 1% of all your tanks. 1%, he said in a virtual address to the summit. Following Zelensky's remarks, a senior U.S. official said the U.S. is still opposed to providing fighter jets to Ukraine. Previously, U.S. officials said providing such jets to Ukraine could be viewed by Russian President Vladimir Putin as an escalatory step. When the meeting got started, Biden made a reference to his predecessor and addressing NATO leaders as he made the case for allies to increase their defense spending, according to a Western official who was present for the remarks. While it's not clear if Biden mentioned former President Donald Trump by name, Biden did implore the leaders to add to their defense budgets during this moment of crisis, but asked that they don't mistake him for his predecessor, who Biden said didn't treat the NATO allies very well, the official said. That got a round of laughter in the room, per the official. The White House declined to comment. During his tenure, Trump urged NATO countries to contribute more to the alliance and complained repeatedly that the U.S. had been paying more than its fair share.